Welcome to Stellar Plots, where every story has a twist. Let's dive in.
My fiancé secretly removed my mom from our wedding, and I didn't find out until she called me crying. I've been with my fiancé for 4 years. We met during our second year of college. He was the kind of person everyone admired, organized, driven, always thinking ahead. Back then, I remember feeling like I had everything figured out. A stable relationship, a clear future, someone I could build a life with. And for a long time, I truly believed that. But if I'm being honest, there was always this small, uncomfortable tension in the background. And it always had to do with my mom. My mom raised me completely on her own. No support system. She worked double shifts, sometimes 3 jobs at once. There were nights she wouldn't eat just so I could. I grew up watching her sacrifice everything so I could have opportunities she never had. So yeah, we're close. Not just call once a week close. I mean best friend close. At the beginning of my relationship, my fiancé was polite to her, respectful even. But over time, that started to change. It wasn't obvious at first. It was subtle. Small comments that didn't seem like a big deal in the moment. Like, "She's a little intense, don't you think?" Or, "Maybe don't tell her everything about us." And I remember defending her, saying, "That's just how she is," or "She means well." But the comments didn't stop. They just got quieter, more passive, more frequent. There were times he'd rolled his eyes after she left the room, or times he'd ask me to limit how often I saw her. Looking back now, I think that's when things really started shifting. But at the time, I told myself it was normal, that every relationship has small conflicts. Fast forward to last week. We were deep into wedding planning, finalizing details, confirming vendors, organizing seating arrangements. Everything felt real, like we were finally stepping into the life we had planned. That day, I remember feeling excited. I had my laptop open, coffee next to me, going through the guest list one more time. And of course, the first name I checked was my mom's. She was there, exactly where she should be. Everything felt normal. Everything felt right. Until later that evening. My phone rang. It was my mom. And the moment I answered, I knew something was wrong. Her voice was shaky, quiet, like she had been crying. She said, "Hey, I don't want to make this a big deal, but I think something's wrong." I sat up straight immediately. I asked her what happened. There was a pause, and then she said something I will never forget. "I didn't get an invitation, and your aunt said I'm not on the guest list." At first, I actually laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it didn't make any sense. I told her there had to be a mistake. That there was no way, absolutely no way. But after we hung up, something didn't sit right. So I opened the guest list again. Scrolled through it slowly, carefully. Once. Nothing. Twice. Still nothing. And then I felt it. That sinking feeling in my chest. Her name was gone. Just gone. Like she had never been there at all. And in that moment, I realized something was very, very wrong. His response made me question everything. P.